Hey everybody, JKMan99 here, and it is once again time for my Buffalo Bills regular season predictions. Now, the last few years, if you've watched my videos, I've gone very, very strict in terms of what I pick. I have like a color chart system and everything. This year, though, I'm going to go extremely casual. I'm not going to use any graphics. I'm literally have my phone. I'm going to read everything off as I go. I know the schedule, but sometimes it's a good thing to just reference myself to make sure. Why am I being casual this year? No reason. It has nothing to do with the Bills. It's just my personal preference, just because I have a lot more going on than I normally do, so the timing that I normally take to set everything up just isn't there. So that's the only reason there. So without any further ado, here we go with the picks. So week one, the Bills play the Jets at home. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert so you'll kind of see where I'm going with this. I'm going very conservative in the division. In other words, the division record is going to be 3-3. That's right. I basically am going to say that we will beat every team once and lose to every team once. This is a very conservative view, and it's a realistic view with regard to any division. Generally, you have a very equal chance of beating every team in your division because you see them so often, in my opinion. So that's just what we're going to do. So seeing the Jets first could easily be a win or a loss. Last year, they were beating us for 3 straight quarters, 16-zip. We came back at the very end, won 17-16. This time it's at home. I believe last time we played them at home, we won like 21-12 or something like that. I can't remember the score. But I think it's going to be a win. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a loss, but I think it's going to be a win. So I think we're going to go 1-0 for the first game. This one, the second game is against the Dolphins in Miami. That one's a little tricky. I've gone back and forth on that one, whether or not I think that's going to be a win or a loss. I think the Bills still have the momentum going in. The heat might be a factor, not to mention their 13,000 fans that they're going to have. But I just think that they're still trying to figure out the quarterback situation. So at that point, we're still most likely playing Fitzpatrick. I can't imagine them making the switch that quick. So I think we'll win again, and the Bills will go 2-0. Third game. The third game is going to be against the Rams at home. This was the game that I wanted to go to because I don't think I've ever seen the Rams play. Maybe I saw them in 1998 when Rob Johnson was the quarterback. I can't honestly remember, though. So as far as my memory is concerned, I've never seen the Rams. And now, because of COVID-19, I have to wait another 8 years, which means I'll be in my 40s the next time that they're in town. And I'm not flying to LA. So, the Rams. I think they're a very equal team to the Bills in terms of where they are in their conference versus where we are in our conference. So, I think it's going to be another 50-50 game. I know that's kind of strange. I'm picking very safe here, but I think that this game could go either way. However, they're flying to Buffalo from the West Coast. I think that'll help us. There's no crowd, of course, but I think we're going to win that game. So, yes, I have the Bills going 3-0 in the first 3 weeks. Then we go to Las Vegas to play the Raiders. Now, fun fact, we have not beat the Raiders on the road, I believe, since 1991. Yes, that goes way back into the Super Bowl era. Even during the Super Bowl era, we lost to the Raiders on the road. So, what does that mean for the Bills? Does that mean that we can't beat them 100%? No. But it means that there's a high likely chance that we won't win. We just haven't done it. I mean, it's been nearly 30 years. So, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, guaranteed win for the Bills. I think we're the better team. But based on the history and the record, I'm going to have to go with the Raiders on this one. And I'm going to say that the Bills are 3-1. So week 5, I'm not even looking at my phone. Week 5, we go to Tennessee. Exactly like we did last year. Is it? Yeah, we go to Tennessee. Yep, that's correct. My cousins were talking to me and they wanted to go, and then Kolb hit. So we go to Tennessee. We're playing against Hauschka. He just got signed by the Titans. And last year, if you remember correctly, they had a horrible kicking game. That's the only reason we won that game. So, I think almost based on that fact alone, I'm going to go with the Titans. But even before this happened today, I was going to go with the Titans anyway, just because they ended up going all the way to the AFC Championship. I don't see them losing to us again in the same fashion unless they're not doing well in general, which I think they'll still be doing well after last year. So I'm going to give us a loss there. The Bills are 3-2 at that point. Then we come home and we play. A few days later, we play the Chiefs Thursday night, which of course stings for the Bills fans that we can't go to the game, more than likely. I think after such a short turnaround playing the defending Super Bowl champs, I don't see us winning that game either, so we're going to drop down to 3-3. And then the following week, we play the Jets. Yes, we have a little bit of a time off, but remember what I said at the beginning of this. I'm going with that 3-3 record, so based on that alone, I think we're going to lose to the Jets, and then we're going to be 3-4. Then after that, we play against the Patriots. Yes, Cam Newton's the starter. Probably still will be unless Stidham had to take over because of an injury issue. I think the Patriots and the Bills are about a little bit even now. I think they still have a great defense and a great offense, but I think that lack of quarterback, even with Cam Newton there, I think the Bills still have their number. So I think we're going to win that first game. That's right. I see the Bills beating the Patriots at home, and then at that point we are 4-4. And then the following week, we play a really good team in the Seattle Seahawks at home. So that's the good news. The bad news is it's the Seattle Seahawks. They're still a really good team, guys. Is it possible we win? Absolutely. But last time they came and played us at home, which of course was Week 15, 2012 in Toronto, we didn't do that well. And we got killed, actually. And I'm not saying we're going to get killed in this game. Matter of fact, 4 years ago, Tyrod Taylor nearly beat the Seahawks at home. But I'm going to say probably another close game, but a Seattle victory once again. So at this point, the Bills are 4-5. So moving on to the next game, after the Seahawks, we have going on the road to play the Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals are a pretty darn good team if you look at them on paper. They got Kyler Murray, Larry Fitzgerald. Now they have DeAndre Hopkins. You can't fall asleep at the wheel on this team. Like, you got to be prepared for them, and I think the Bills will be. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time the Cardinals actually beat the Bills. Was it? No, I can't remember if it was that game where Trent Edwards got hurt. Maybe, maybe not. I think we won that game. I might be wrong. No, you know what? I think we lost that game. I think that might be the last time we lost to the Cardinals. In any event, I don't think the Cardinals are going to be nearly that good, though. That was like around the time they went to the Super Bowl. So, or at least we're contending. I'm getting my years mixed up. I'm sorry. But to make another long story short, I think... No, it was when they were contending. Warner was on the team. Long story short, though, we'll beat the Cardinals. We'll find a way to get it done. But we got to bring our A game. Last time we beat them in Arizona, Kevin Kolb was the quarterback. So we have to go a little bit stronger than that. So yeah, we will beat the Cardinals. And at that point, we are going to be, just to recap where we are, 5-5. And then we're going on to a bye after that. And after the bye, we play, hopefully, Tyrod Taylor and the Chargers. Now, believe it or not, if we do play Tyrod, I think we lose. But I think Herbert's somehow going to find his way into the lineup at that point. And because he's a new rookie, I think we'll win. And not to mention the travel to Buffalo. So, at that point, the Bills are 6-5. Okay. I think I miscounted, so quick jump cut to the count. Nope, I was right, 6-5. Okay, so we're 6-5 after Week 12. We're going into Week 13. We're playing. That's our big primetime game against the 49ers in San Fran. They just went to the AFC they just went to the Super Bowl. I think they're still going to be a pretty good team. So I think the Bills will lose that game, and then we're down to 6-6. And here we go. Here comes the what I like to call the primetime massacre. Week 14, home against the Steelers. It's Sunday Night Football. But guess what? It doesn't matter anymore. 2 reasons. 1, they might flex us out by that point. I mean, at that point, is our schedule really looking that good? How good are the Steelers either? Number 2, even more importantly, there's no fans. So this huge advantage we were expecting to have, we don't actually have it. We didn't have it against the Chiefs. We're not going to have it against the Steelers. And I think the Steelers remember us beating them at their house. I think they're going to want to beat us at our house. So I think the Steelers get it done. Now, it might help that they can't take their traveling fans with them too, but I think we're gonna lose to the Steelers. So at that point, we're 6-7. Then we go on the road and play the Broncos. Very similar to the Cardinals. I think the Broncos are going to be better this year. They got their quarterback now in Drew Lock, so I think they're going to be a challenge. And I can't remember the last time we won in Denver. But I got to tell you, and maybe those odds are worse than the Raiders. I don't know. The Raiders just sticks out at me because, like, remember when they were 2-0, when they had only 2 wins and we still couldn't win. That's why it sticks out to me more for the Raiders. But with Denver, I just have a weird feeling that we're going to win that one. I don't know why. Maybe Josh Allen, because he's closer to home, he'll have more of a fire. I have no idea. It's kind of a joke, but in any case, I think the Bills will beat the Broncos in their home, and that moves us up to 7-7. So then week 16, we go on the road and we play the Patriots on that big Monday Night Football game to decide the division, and we blow it. The Bills blow it on Monday Night Football against the Patriots, and the Bills end up with a record of 7-8. At that point, the playoffs look bleak, so you've guessed it. Week 17, we play the Dolphins. Playoffs hopes looking bleak. Maybe at that point we can't get the division. We lose that game, and we end up 7-9. So you're probably all wondering, oh my God, how could he possibly have that horrible perspective on the Bills' season? Well, look at the teams we're playing. And besides the teams in our own division, and besides maybe Oakland, who's bad? Think about it for a second and tell me honestly who's bad. Tell me it's an easy schedule. I can't make that prediction. I just can't do it. We're playing both the AFC West and the NFC West in the same year. We're having more travel than we do in normal years. Last year we played the NFC East and the AFC North, right? Yeah. I mean, you couldn't have gotten much easier on the travel. I mean, the furthest we ever went was Dallas. Like one time, the second furthest was Tennessee. So the schedule is not the team. It's the schedule that's making the Bills have a much tougher year. And they're going to have to beat some teams that we aren't expected to beat. We're going to have to beat either San Fran or Seattle or something like that to get ahead. Like that's going to be like our Dallas this year. And we have to win these games. We can't have close games. We got to win these games. Now, obviously, I took a liberty with the divisional games. I said 3-3. Can we sweep any of the 3 teams? The Jets, Dolphins, or even the Patriots? I think yes. I actually think the Bills can. I'm just trying to be cautiously realistic. Now, in addition, and I try to emphasize this, the Bills could easily lose to the Cardinals. They could easily lose to the Broncos. So those aren't gimme games. You could flip-flop like, a sweep for the Dolphins and the Jets with a loss there and there. And it could even be worse than 7-9. I really, really hope not, but and I don't see that. But realistically speaking, it could be, especially because we're playing those 2 particular teams on the road. Though we did do really well on the road last year, but again, we're traveling a lot farther. So that's my prediction. Now, to give a spin on this that's good, I noticed today, for the first time, that the last 2 times we opened the season against the Jets, we made it to the playoffs. And yet again, we're opening the season against the Jets. So I think it's a pretty good sign for the Bills that they might be a good omen that we'll make the playoffs again. And look, if they let's look at my schedule and add some games. Let's say the Raiders history thing means nothing, and then let's say we sweep the 2 teams. That puts us at 10-6. But still, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? Only 10-6. That means we lose to the 49ers, Seahawks, Patriots, Titans, and what were the other 2? Steelers, and then there was one more. Can't remember the other one. But all those losses I mentioned are very realistic losses. And it's ones that we can't just not take seriously. Even Tyrod could come back home and beat us. It's possible, guys. So here's the thing, though. Despite my own schedule prediction, I'm not going into the season like thinking, oh, we're going to be bad. No. I'm going into the season extremely hopeful, and I'm hoping the Bills are going to do good. I'm just more so not going to be surprised if they don't. But I think the future is on the horizon. I still say the number one mission of this season over anything is the development of Josh Allen. I think that Allen has to step up and prove he is going to be the guy for years. He's doing better. He's steadily improving. But, man, we got to see it now. We've given him so much on the offense. We got to see it. We got to see that he can hit deep passes and have overall good quarterback, NFL quarterback accuracy. It's been a lot better, but it's got to go up. They're not even so much up, but he just has to hit the receivers at the right times, if you will. Lots of dinking and dunking, so missing your key receiver and an important possession, not the same. Okay, I'm kind of all over the place in this prediction, but that's where I'm at with this one. Let me know what you guys think in your predictions. I'd love to hear what you think the Bills are going to do in terms of their schedule. And let me know specifically what games that I said that they were going to lose you think they're going to win and why. Alrighty? Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And as always, take care.